Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the TB&J podcast. With me today is Troy Brittingham.
Or am I? And you're Jeff.
Or am I? Is that the bit?
I guess it is now.
D's kind of here.
To it.
I'm here. I'm present and accounted for on the 4th of July.
4th of July.
Are you in
USA,
fact
USA, USA.
USA?
That's us.
Anyway, Secret Invasion, episode 2.
Doses.
TB&J. Nick Fury has a wife?
And she's a Skrull.
Oh my God.
A Skrull.
I'm the Skrull.
The Skrulls are the
spies. That's a great inside joke no one's gonna get.
Watch other episodes.
Watch?
What you can watch? Like I said, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. You can always watch the bar go up.
On an audio-only format.
You can
watch it.
You can watch the little timer on the bottom of the screen move across to the top to the end.
Secret Invasion, episode 2. Thumbs up, thumbs down, boys. D, how you feeling?
I'm feeling like I don't know what happens in the world when things happen the way they do.
I don't.
But other times when they happen that way, you can't figure out why they're happening, and you're just like, all right.
Are you
okay?
Are you having an existential crisis?
Maybe. You never can tell.
I mean, can you?
Sometimes.
I don't. Okay, Troy, how about you?
I'm thumbs up on this.
All right. Cool. Thumbs up. Sure.
Now let's wrap back around.
D's playing Marvel Snap right now, and
He's very angry.
Angrily
He's cursing in silence at his phone.
Did you lose, bud?
No.
No.
That was win. That was what I do when I win.
Yeah, he threw his phone across the room. That's interesting.
Jesus.
Anyway, so thumbs up, thumbs down on this episode, bud.
It's a thumbs up.
All right.
So, how do we feel about the little British lady being an awesome interrogator who just made the man's blood boil from inside his body?
It was a good scene.
Mm-hmm. That was fucking insane.
It was a good scene.
This episode does alleviate some of my fears of that we're not going to get like anything happening for like 3 episodes in a row. I thought the things actually happened in this episode quite a bit.
Well, I had hoped so, because it's a 6-episode event they keep advertising it as. So I was hoping it would be all gas, no breaks.
Right, but like we've seen that with like even like Obi-Wan, which you and I liked. It was still like there's a lot of episodes in the middle where you're like, this could have been 4.
Yeah. And then they fight, and then it was like, oh, that's why we're here.
Mm-hmm.
So wait, I'm sorry. You guys are what on the thumbs?
We're up.
Up. Oh, I don't know if I said mine. Thumbs up.
Okay.
Yeah. This is a good episode. Good episode.
So you like the interrogation scene? You're like in the.
I like the interrogation. I do like the interrogation scene. I like. I sort of like. I like the beginning of this where they actually kind of set the stage for like who the bad guy is rather than just like there's scrolls happening.
Yeah.
They showed all the backstory stuff.
So,
I like young
the big,
Sam.
You get more CGI Sam L. Jackson, and I mean like so this was a good second episode in my opinion because they did a lot. I mean the centerpiece in my mind, obviously the intense or dramatic scene is the interrogation scene. I think that does a great for a character. It's a good scene. It develops the villain in other ways as well as an extension. So it does a lot of good stuff in there. It introduces this character that's pretty sly. I'm hoping that she doesn't die.
I mean, yeah, here's hoping.
But that wasn't meant to rhyme, but it did. And then the other thing is that the centerpiece of this is like a great scene between Sam L. and Academy Award winner, both Academy Award winner Sam L. Jackson, or is it a nominee? I can't remember. But Academy Award winner
Ben Mendelsohn?
No, fucking
Don Cheadle.
Oh, Don Cheadle. Duh.
Don Cheadle talking about race. Like, this is an amazing big scene with him firing him and adding great speculation to this whole thing of like, oh, is he a fucking Skrull? Like, shit. Like, okay. So then even better, perhaps, that he's not, you know? So it's like crazy.
Creator of the Avengers fired by an Avenger.
It's neat. It's neat because I do think that, like, I buy that with Rhodey, and I also buy that it could be a scroll. Like, so it's really good either way, and it's different ways, dramatic in either way.
He does have an Academy Award, 95 Best Supporting Actor.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
Time to Kill.
I think so. That would be 95. Yeah, it's got to be, right?
Yeah.
No, Pulp Fiction.
No shit.
Yeah. He.
No shit.
Oh, it was just a nominee. You're right. He didn't. He didn't win it.
You lied to us.
Fucking Google's giving me two different answers. All right, Google sucks.
Well, yes, they deserve to die. And I hope they burn in hell.
Great fucking movie. But no, I also I found it hilarious how they CGI'd Samuel Jackson back younger, but they didn't do that for Ben Mendelsohn. He still looked old as shit. And I guess that's supposed to make sense because
wait, who was Ben?
Talos, the Skrull.
Yep.
But I guess that makes sense because Skrulls age differently, so he could have been old forever. I'm not entirely certain how that works.
He's faking an appearance, and that's
No
just the
worries.
guy he keeps going back to.
I guess so, but then you have what's his name, the Big Bad, as a kid in '97.
Sure. Well, now
But
he's
then
not a kid. Why would he
he's
be
not a
the
kid now in 2023.
Yeah.
So aging clearly works in a direction. Do you
Yeah,
just hit an
I
age
think
and then plateau?
I think what it's more like is that they live a long time, but their pubescent stage is the same as ours.
Mm-hmm.
So like they basically have
It's very
a
like
similar length.
D&D elf logic.
Yeah, it's like a similar length.
Okay, I was just curious how it worked.
until they hit puberty, and then they probably activate things. Although someone did a good, I think it was Screen Crush, did a good analysis of the scroll capabilities, which they showed in both the Captain Marvel movies and stuff like that. That there is like a some kind of tech pin or lapel thing that they have that's tech that like it does create like clothing. And it does seem
neat.
like they peel out of their skin when they change, and they change their skin. But you may also notice like another wrapping that like the tech goes there, and mimics the clothing, and it kind of it seems to be connected to their powers, but not like it's not like direct to them. So they rely on that to like mimic the clothing.
You think
So that's another
you think a
thing.
civilian or a human could put on that lapel and use an extent of their power?
Probably not, because I think, like I said, it's supposed to work with their DNA, like to
Okay.
like, mimic stuff, but like it doesn't. It does it on a clothing like or material level, like as opposed to their skin that like is mimicking their stuff. And then obviously there's limitations to it. But another thing that I thought was cool was, and very much so analyzed by a lot of people, was just like the what's her name, the daughter of Talos.
Oh, Gaia. Emilia
Clarke's character is looking up and clearly maybe trying to work the inside out, so she's double agenting too.
Maybe.
Right? It seems like so.
She certainly loves her dad. That's not in question.
I mean,
but she did give him false information.
And we also get this intrigue of like, is Talos seemingly to me very clearly the one behind this, right? Like
behind what?
the whole thing.
You think so?
Yeah, that's my guess. Like, I mean, he's so. Fury suspects him right now. Like, it's usually the first person you suspect. I mean, Talos his wife is dead. Like, he has every effing reason. He brought the millions here. Like, he's 100%. Like, I don't want him to be Talos. I like Talos, but like, he's 100% the person I would expect to be this. Which is why I would see also Gaia as like, it's even double intriguing if like she only faked to be on the other side to get him. Oh, and like she doesn't understand that he's on that side. And like, and I think you're gonna get like that. So that's fine if I figured that part out. But I hope it's even more intriguing than that.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been my call, actually. I don't know.
I just think it's pretty. I mean, I don't know. And like there is a great scene again. There's a lot of good scenes in here with Samuel and Talos
on the train.
Sorry, let me switch back to Gaia's scene where she is looking at the computer screen and she sees all the different things. It was a Groot limb of Groot or like something like that. So what they're looking at is like seemingly leftovers from like different battles, like Infinity War and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So you're seeing like, so this is what they showed. Groot's arm,
And there was a
which
baby
had like an
Frost,
extension,
I think.
a frost giant, arm of frost giant. The dude who I forget his name, but like the dude from Infinity War who like tried to jump through. He's like real big with the thing. Or Bruce Banner ended up like beating him up with the thing and the shield wall in Wakanda. But he actually lost an arm earlier when he tried to jump through the portal, and Wong shut the portal and it cut off his arm.
Oh,
If you saw Infinity War.
I did.
So his hand is like that. So he's basically like a big beast, like super strong.
Yeah, I think he's kind of a combination of two characters. I think they kind of merged two into one in him. I think originally he's Black Dwarf.
Either way, it's his. I forget it's not the name of the character they gave it to,
Sure.
but it's like Talon.
Right.
I forget. But the other one was the Extremis thing from Iron Man 3. So what they have very distinctly, is a big, strong person.
Yep.
A stretchy arm. A stretchy arm. A stretchy.
That is an interesting question.
A stretchy arm question. A stretchy arm.
Okay, I see where you're going with this. I see where you're going with this.
Stretchy
Hold
arm
on.
thing that apparently one of the previews, the main villain guy has shown to use like a stretch, like basically a stretch, but except it looks a little bit more like Groot, but it looks like skin. So it looks like, and then the other one is Extremis, which has fire capabilities. And it's like that is 3 of the Fantastic Four's powers, more or less.
Oh,
so you don't have an invisible woman. I'm wondering if the Frost Giant with ice kind of is going to be the closest that you have to that. So like a Frost Giant's going to be able to conjure some kind of ice.
You could find a way to backdoor it into Loki.
I wouldn't
somehow.
backdoor it into Loki because his magic is all from the mom.
Sure.
But like I think that ice is probably your best bet to create like shields or kind of another kind of like the same.
So do you think that they're gonna do Super Skrull?
They're gonna get Super Skrull. I think what she's trying to do is create an army of them. Right, and I think you're going to get probably maybe some that they have to take out somehow, or maybe they're only temporary or something like that. But like I know he at least gets one of the powers, or maybe he eventually becomes Super Skrull.
Sure,
like because I could very much so see that happening.
Do you think that they do it sort of in reverse, where they make Super Skrull and then his powers branch off and become Fantastic Four instead of the other way around?
Maybe it could be. That'd be a neat twist.
Are the Daltons anybody in the comics? The scientists who were working with Gravik?
The Daltons.
Because that's the name of them. And it seemed to mean something to the British lady interrogating the one guy.
If I know the first name, maybe it would ring a bell.
Rosa, according to this.
Andy
Rosa Dalton and her husband.
Darren. Darren Dalton.
I
don't know. No, none of that doesn't sound familiar at all.
All right, I was just wondering if that was like a comic book name,
or
who
is it the name of
the scientists that were building that machine in Gravik's lab?
I don't think it matters. The
is it probably somebody? Probably, but I don't know.
Yeah, but like I mean, that's not where my heads go. But but I thought that was neat that they kind of like maybe hinted at like more or less most of the stuff of a Super Skrull.
Mm-hmm.
And you could easily see maybe the ice power failing, and then when the Fantastic Four proper come into play, it's stealing Invisible Woman's powers and replacing it somehow, like with that one, and then it working that way. Like from now, he could probably steal one of the powers, but he gives up one that he has. That would make sense too. That could be. Cool.
He's too many weapons equipped in his slot.
You think so?
Yeah, it's like a video game. You're like, I have this weapon. So I don't need it. I don't use it.
You're saying that this might be a build up to some sort of a Fantastic Four reveal.
Maybe
at least
it's a great
Super
spot
Skrull.
for it, but at least Super Skrull would be another indication of it. But it's just a good villain for this. As it's kind of chaotic, it makes sense that like the character Super Skrull is, I think, notoriously kind of like wackadoo. I don't know if that's like proper. I really don't know the stories for this, but I felt like he was kind of like because he's. Is it kind of? I didn't know if it was like Rogue-esque where he was like split personality at all. But like, I don't think it was. I think he was just like, I don't know. He always seemed kind of goofy to me. But I never, only because like they always try to represent all 4 powers at once with like these limbs, and like, it was just like no, it actually was way cooler if like you're doing
if you're choosing one or the other.
Well, invisible fire is kind of horrifying.
Yeah.
So, like it's like that where I'm like
he's I feel like he's cooler in practice than he is when you first see a picture of him. Because if it's a still picture, you're just like, oh, okay,
well. Stretchy, invisible
He's just like a weird green
Strong
man
fire.
with pointy ears and a rock hand and on fire. And all of his limbs are weird.
losing? Is he being ripped apart? Like, is he dying?
Oh no, that's what he looks like when he's good.
Very strong. But no, I think it'll work well here. I'd imagine that he's going to be limited, if anybody has these abilities, to like using one at a time. That usually makes it a little more grounded and more, reasonable that they could deal with it. Though difficult, like it's a good level of difficulty to be like, okay, he can stretch. Fuck, he's in.
Well, this is also
powers or
this
whatever
is
he has,
also,
like,
and I don't think that Disney's really worried about budget too much, but like this is a Disney Plus TV show, and then eventually, if they want to use the same character or a similar character in a movie later, then they can be like, oh, you can use all 4 now.
Yeah, yeah. So they do have the rights to the Fantastic Four now, right?
Yep. Yeah, when they bought Fox.
Okay, cool. So that they can just do whatever they want with Reed Richards and company.
They probably weren't even able to use Super Skrull, I would imagine, before, because Super Skrull's a very closely
that
knit
would be
Fantastic Four.
In the Fantastic Four family of characters.
It would be
like Dr.
similar
Doom-ish.
than not being.
it doesn't matter now, but like it's like a direct. If I mean, it's no guarantee. There's actually, you can look them up online, like when they served these things, like what did it include. And then there's always caveats for character, and like you would have to think that Super Skrull has got to be part of that. But like Quicksilver, it could easily fall into like Avengers categories too, or perhaps even X-Men. So I don't know. Like Skrull, I think is like a really in general is like a very versatile like thing in Marvel. So you may have a lot of leeway there.
Okay.
But I don't know.
I'm curious to see where they go with all of the Secret Invasion stuff, because if I remember correctly from being a kid, Secret Invasion was when the Illuminati came around, right? With Xavier and Reed Richards. And
kind of afterwards is like a response to everything of like, we need to get the smartest people in the world to really...
Which is kind of what we got in Strange 2, right? Doctor Strange 2?
No,
we got the Illuminati.
So the Illuminati in the comics got together by Tony Stark, mainly because he was like, this Kree Skrull war is fucking like gonna spill over here. Like, this is fucked up. Like, we got to preemptive. And they like went over there and like to Kree and like fuck their shit up.
Oh Jesus!
And they said, this is like a fraction of our power. Don't bring your fucking war here. Peace. And like, they were like, good. They were like, great job. Good job, everybody. And then they were just like created a religion around like taking over Earth.
Oh,
like years later, like that's how like long so the Illuminati like played into the long term like storyline.
Yeah, the Illuminati is sort of well known in the comics to do a bunch of war crimes a lot of the time. They really get like they get like the smartest people in the Marvel universe, and then you realize it's like, oh, all these guys are kind of dicks if there's not like one like Captain America hanging out with them.
Yeah, no, it's like, well, it's like they invite. Was Black Panther there?
Black Panther's in the original.
One? He's in the original, but he's like, fuck this. But he doesn't have it. So there's always like one that like blows it off, and then you get like a couple of different members, but then you get like challenges to it, like a Captain America joins it.
Oh, okay.
So he's like joins it is a hard thing to say, because like these guys are basically just involved in these conversations is what it means. So and like either pushing or pulling one way or the other.
It's also interesting because Strange is in it, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And
it gets really warped at points to like who's and what they represent.
But it would be interesting because we don't have a Tony Stark, obviously. It would be interesting if
they mainly replaced it with Strange, and because they're similar characters.
Yeah,
but it would be interesting if, because he's seen an Illuminati and an Illuminati that killed him, and was kind of like, this sucks, this is fucked up. It would be interesting to have him almost wrap around and be like, I'll make this thing, we kind of do need it, and then it turning into the fucked up thing that he...
Well, I mean, ultimately, I think that's where we're headed with the Secret Invasion happening and Kang around the corner, maybe, depending on how Jonathan Majors goes.
Who knows?
Yeah. Honestly, they're probably just going to quietly recast him and hope that nobody fucking makes us think about it, because, he's going to jail. But...
I haven't heard much about that, so... That can't be good.
No, yeah. But they're
Not hearing them interviews.
no,
Shh.
no. But apparently, there's like evidence that goes back for like a year or two of him just being a piece of shit. So,
But like,
It sucks.
what
I like it.
happens,
I think he's a good
but what
actor.
happens when it's like Jonathan Majors and who's the short guy from Philadelphia?
me?
It's true.
Danny DeVito.
But Tanner.
Danny DeVito, but Tanner.
Danny Tanner.
No.
Danny
the
Tanner.
comedian.
He's dead.
He's a comedian. He's very loud. He's friends with The Rock.
Oh, Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart. Yeah. Yeah. Wait till he's like in a comedy with Kevin Hart. And then like
Ooh, is
and he's
Kang
like,
the Conqueror?
oh, and then like he's like, oh, you think you're hard? You think you hard? Like,
Oh, I
just
see.
rich, and then it's like, oh, he's real funny. He takes a good joke. He's a good actor. Oh, he's a good actor though. Remember how good actor?
Yeah, remember
he is?
Mel Gibson? Yeah, he's great. He's great.
Great. He's great. I mean, I don't know. He's like, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. But if everything continues as planned for Marvel, I think Kang is supposed to be their new big bad,
Sure.
and now you've got this Skrull secret invasion.
I could see Kevin Feige's going to be like, listen. When all this blows up, when all this blows over, like
Come here, baby
10
girl.
years, that's when you're gonna come back.
Yeah, in 10 years.
When everybody forgets about not only you, but Kang. It's gonna
Is this the ASMR part?
Yeah. No, but I'm saying like that's. Just go to sleep.
Just go to sleep,
Just go to
Mr.
sleep
Majors.
a couple
Just
years.
go to sleep.
And then you're gonna come back, and everyone's gonna think it's fucking insane. Actually, that's the only way it works. I think Kevin Feige's dumb not to take this idea. Don't take it. Yeah, whatever. It's there. There it is. They're gonna wait till the whole like reality blows over, and then he's gonna literally make his comeback as Kang.
He'll be
Okay.
He'll
You forgot
be,
about me. Oh, y'all forgot about me.
He'll be
Forgot
like
about
a
Dre.
40.
Don't call it a comeback.
He'll be like a
Don't call
40,
it a
50-year-old
comeback.
Iron
I've been
Lad.
here for years.
Rocking my feet.
The real 40, 50-year-old Iron Lad.
Yeah.
Hooey.
Yeah, but I would like to see the Illuminati come out and us see a bit more of that. It would be a good way of like opening up, like you could have your alternate dimensions. You could have like Krasinski come back as Reed Richards if you wanted to, and it's like, oh, different dimension, and you could get your whoever else to come in and just form your Illuminati, and you use that to fight your Skrulls and your Kangs, because they're multi-dimensional beings, and there's obviously like a shitload of them, and it's fucking nuts. It's a lot, and I'm curious to see where Marvel goes with all of it, because it's got a lot of potential. It's got a lot of potential, and I don't want them to fuck it up. I don't think they're gonna fuck it up, but I just want them to not fuck it up.
Got a lot of pot. Got a lot of enchil.
Troy, weigh in on something.
So the war in Ukraine. No.
Don't no
You said
no
something.
not something real. Something
No,
that doesn't matter.
No, something. No, I mean, like, yeah. Anything about the show that
Right,
we should
so you're.
describe? Was there anything weak about it? Anything? Because I'm trying to remember like some of the things.
I did watch it last night, so I think I'm the most recent watch.
I watched it 2 hours ago.
Okay, never mind then. You are the most recent on
Excelsior.
this. I do like it. This is kind of
I still think Troy knows what happened more.
this is kind of the
Probably.
long speech episode. Everybody seems to be giving long speeches at each other.
They do.
Which is not a bad
How about
thing.
this speech?
I
You're
just
fired.
I do like
If you
that.
fire me, I'm Nick Fury.
I do like that.
Did he drop an F-bomb? I forget.
No.
I don't think so.
He should have dropped an F-bomb when he was fired.
I do.
Did he get to at one point? Did we have another? Oh no, it was just
He said, "Mother,
Chris, no, it was Chris Pratt in
open the fucking door."
open the fucking door.
That was in Guardians 3, yeah.
But no,
So they gave Chris Pratt the first F-bomb in the Marvel universe when you've got Sam Jackson on the payroll. Come on.
well, now he can say as many as he wants. The door is open.
It looks cliche that way, actually. I don't know. It's clearly obvious.
I guess so.
But
anyway.
But I like that Shooter McGavin is one of the Skrull Council members.
Yeah, he's like Tucker.
Yeah,
Is that
he's
right?
he's kind of the Tucker Carlson
Tucker
of the
Carlson.
Skrulls.
Yeah, the only one who made any sense. That was my favorite part of the whole episode. Was that after the attack and the guy screaming, "I'm an American," and they're like, "Oh, America attacked Russia," and then the fake Fox News is like, "This is a false flag operation. This is clearly not what it looks like," and I'm like, "Oh, that guy actually has a point. Is this what it feels like to be drinking the Kool-Aid in America? Is this what it feels like?"
I mean, if you want to go that route, the show almost goes full like Fox News QAnon conspiracy mode of like all the media and all of the world leaders are actually reptilian lizard
God.
people who control
Yeah.
the world.
Yeah, you didn't get that.
Yeah, oh God, you're right. Jesus Christ. How much of comics is based off of satirizing the real world, and how much of bullshit conspiracy real world stuff is based on comics?
well, comic books have never gotten political up until the last like 10 years
Oh,
when they
never?
when they went woke. Yeah, when they went
Are you
woke.
sure?
Yeah, it's when they went woke.
Pretty sure every single issue of the X-Men would beg to differ.
No. It's when they went woke like 10 years ago.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, now I mean we have
What
like,
about the
characters
comic
that are
they
brown.
invented just so they could punch Hitler in the face?
Well, that's different. That's like Hitler. That's not political.
No,
What's political about Hitler?
I mean, never. I mean, America always disliked Hitler. No American ever,
Right.
ever supported Hitler's cause.
Yeah.
And we probably never will again.
No one like him or similar to, or no one could control the media like that.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Silly.
So we shouldn't even think about
In
it.
unrelated news, did you guys see Trump and DeSantis were in town over the weekend?
It doesn't matter.
We're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about that. Troy, continue your point, please. The fucking... I don't even remember what we were talking
About how comic books are.
about.
working now.
Shooter McGavin's in the secret council.
Gavin.
Yeah, no, but I do like sort of the council in general. Did they do anything to the one lady who left? Or
No, Gravik was like, you can leave, no harm will come to you. And she just left and called Talos, like, outside the front door while the security guards were watching her. So, like...
I think maybe she's just meant to... I think he's literally just like...
You don't matter.
You don't matter, and I don't want to kill any more of my kind, and... even though he doesn't give a shit about that, but she's like, I guess, high ranking.
Yeah, she's higher, I guess, or something.
Or at the very least, maybe she was kind of him as a kid. You know, I could see that too. But I can also see just like you're actually more valued when we're alive because you'll lead me to other people that I need to get to. I can see that too. So like, I think it just makes him in general a more complicated character. I think they're doing a pretty good job with that in this character.
My only problem with him is
story.
that I did need to turn on subtitles because he does a lot of like whisper dramatic.
Is he from something else previously?
That's a great question.
I feel like I have seen.
I'll dive into
him
that.
I feel
or-
like he's gonna be from like Britain or Brit. Is he like a British guy?
Kingsley Ben-Adir.
From I feel like my mother-in-law had like a crush on him from like some like BBC drama show, like Brigington or like something like that.
He
I
is
don't
a
know
British
what-
actor. Oh, he was in Peaky Blinders for a minute. I do actually remember him from Peaky Blinders.
Okay.
He's in
The
the
Blinders.
Barbie movie coming out.
Dope.
He was in One Night in Miami. Bob Marley, One Love, High
These
Fidelity.
are movies, right? Well,
Yeah.
they're
No,
television.
these are all movies. He was in the
One.
OA, which is a show.
Mhm.
And he was in Peaky Blinders, obviously. A lot of movies, not a whole lot of TV
Yeah, why don't you
shows.
just go to a TV show exclusive list like Wikipedia has or something?
How about you shut your fucking face?
Whoa! Hey, guys, come on.
He's been in a guest
He's been in
role.
a lot of stuff. Okay.
He's been a guest role in a lot of shows. As far as like main role, he's only been in fucking Vera in 2014 and Peaky Blinders, and that's about it.
Cool.
And you said he's going to play Barbie?
He's going to be in the Barbie
He
movie.
is
He's one of the Kens, one of the many Kens. Yeah.
ones that are beaching each other off.
Beating each other off.
Beaching. It's a
Beaching.
beach off.
Beaching.
Nobody's beaching anybody off.
Whoa.
That movie's gonna be fun.
Jesus
crazy.
Christ. I'm so fucking excited for that movie. I'm so excited for that
All right, so I
movie.
guess we're gonna talk about the show, right? It ends with the wife reveal, right? Which I think
Yes.
is still weird. I don't know if like
Yeah, I don't know how I
Skrulls
feel about that.
get used to like the skin that they're in because like you have to figure that like a human to a Skrull looks like a Skrull to a human. Like so like you're not necessarily attracted to that. Like just like she turns into a human to like if she comes kissing him or something. Like guessing like he's not into like reptile alien. Like it's just like it's one of those things where it's just like I guess you could have that kink, but like
You'd
I
find
don't
a lot
know.
of people on the internet who are fine with a scroll, I think.
I'm sure you would, but like I feel like the I don't know. It just feels like one way, unless there's more to it than that, which just again makes the whole thing more complicated and kind of what the fuck. But what do you think about Samuel L. or Nick Fury having a wife as a Skrull?
I feel like I need to go back and watch Avengers 2 and see if this changes the Hawkeye hidden family dynamic at all. If it's like, oh, you have a hidden family and I have a hidden family sort of thing, if that means anything, or if it's just sort of... Because, I mean, obviously it's an afterthought that was not thought about back then, but...
Well, he does. He has mentioned a wife before.
Okay.
I think so, but it's also been like... like it feels like one of those things where it's just like in the same breath he says like my old lady doesn't like it when I do this. Like, I didn't know you were married. He's like, I didn't say I was. Something like that. Like,
sure.
You know, where it's like
where it's
ambiguous.
cryptic Nick Fury things.
Yeah, so it could
Nick
be
Fury's
something.
cryptic and weird and vague.
Yeah,
And Samuel Jackson, if you didn't know.
Oh
Yeah.
Man, I'm learning a lot of new things today.
Also,
man.
usually wears an eye patch.
Yeah.
What?
Yep.
That's so crazy.
You know what's funny? I watched Dodgeball yesterday. I'm going to bring this back around. Dodgeball yesterday with my my little one, and who very much so enjoyed definitely parts of it. But I'd explained the part where they play the German team, who's they all like before they go out put their hands together on a picture of David Hasselhoff, who played Nick Fury. And then after they lose, he's like revealed to be like the coach of the team, and he's just yelling at them. It's my favorite.
Hasselhoff.
There's so many dumb parts of that movie that were great. Anyway,
That's amazing. All right, so that's it for episode
That's
2,
it.
I believe.
Secret Invasion.
Are we
Watch
doing
Dodgeball.
review now, or are we doing halfway point?
Let's do a halfway point.
Well, how many is?
It's 6, so we can do 3 episodes and then the last 3.
Yeah, 3.
Yeah, we'll do 3.
You turned into Jason? Jason is not in the show. I don't think he's a Skrull.
Oh, what if Jason was a
What
Skrull?
if Jason Momoa played Jason? I think that's a good role for him to go into. Just masked, like keep his ugly face covered.
Right,
up.
right,
Keep his
right.
ugly face
Doesn't
covered,
talk
his
very
stupid
much.
He doesn't
mouth
talk very much.
shut.
You can just mutilate him a little bit, then it'll just look like his regular body because he's
Sure,
like
sure,
all
sure.
messed up and messed.
And the
Yes,
one
right,
thing he's-
Jason Momoa.
And the one thing
Bring
he
it.
loves doing is making
Bring
dramatic entrances out of oceans.
Bring it.
That's true.
Climb up out of that lake.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
He looks like Rob Zombie, kind of. So like, it's kind of like just get Rob Zombie to direct it, and
Also-
just be like a really bad horror movie, like Jason's supposed to be.
Also,
you know?
Jason died as a child, and Jason Momoa kind of has like the dumb mind of a child.
Yeah,
'cause
he's
dumb.
dumb.
and idiot.
He's a dumb idiot. He
Yeah.
just doesn't act at all.
Yeah, he doesn't know
we
things.
don't have his face. He doesn't have to say words. We just he's just a big lumbering idiot. you
Yeah.
know, that kills people. Right, like Jason Momoa.
Right.
Right, that's perfect.
I will say, I watched Fast X recently. Yeah, Fast X is the new one. Yeah.
If you're standing this long, we just do have a long standing feud with Jason Momoa.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
For no reason.
We're reigniting. No,
Yeah.
no reason, because he's a big dumb hunk of shit.
I'm sorry, because he's a big dumb hunk of shit.
but I do have to admit, he's kind of the best part of the new Fast and Furious movie.
I mean, Fast and Furious is not a good
I mean,
movie.
those movies definitely all benefit from having another big dumb hunk of shit.
That's true. That's true. That movie is almost exclusively big dumb hunks of shit.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
It's kind of their whole MO.
Although I want to stand and say that we will never feud with John Cena, who is in those movies as well.
But
Yeah, I think-
he's also a super Skrull because he's invisible.
That's true.
Oh my God, he's gonna absorb John Cena, and then you can't see him.
By God, that's John Cena's music.
Super Skrull.
And he I'm sure exercises a lot, so that's the stretch. That's
Actually,
he's straight fire. He's real strong, like the thing.
Well, I was just gonna say,
Rock hard
you know
abs.
what? I hope John Cena does join the Marvel universe and kill the Super Skrull and didn't get his powers, and he's just John Cena would make a good Super Skrull. He's supposed to be big, like thing. That would work for me.
Yeah.
Work for me.
I mean,
sexually.
he's actually a pretty good actor. So, you know.
Don't use the word actually. Take the word actually out of your mouth. He's just a good actor. Okay.
Yeah. Have you ever seen?
right.
Hey,
All right.
the Marine.
I
Ever
was
heard of
saying
it?
as opposed to
Maker,
Jason
motherfucker.
Momoa. I was going with the bit.
Yeah. There's no bit.
Jesus.
Big dumb hunk of shit.
Oh, man. Should I be in Fast X? That's it for the episode. I'm
Okay.
ending it now before we get ridiculously off track and nonsensical.
More ridiculous stuff.
Yay.
That's it. Please
That's
like
it.
and subscribe and rate us.
Don't you dare.
Now time for TB&J After Dark. He's pondering it.
What would that be?
I don't know. We talk about bullshit. I don't.
How would that be different?
I don't know. It would be after dark. It would be dark outside.
Okay, but how is that a different product?
You could only listen to it at night.
How do you...
If you make it this far in the podcast, you should be liking and subscribing. You're dumb. You're dumb. I hate you. I don't even want you to listen. Don't.
Yeah, you're
don't,
worse
don't
than
push it.
Jason
Don't push
Momoa.
it. Don't
You
push it.
big
Don't
dumb
push
hunk
it.
of shit.
Big dumb hunk of shit.